Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Okay, nope, start. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Jillian and this is my first YouTube video. I'm so excited to be here and I'm gonna tell you guys, just like the description says, about my weight loss journey. Since I can remember, I've struggled with my weight. It really started in junior high, which for me was 5th and 6th grade. I remember that summer I was gaining a little bit of weight. I think I gained maybe 15 pounds. And I went to the open house to meet my new teacher, and I saw all these people from the year before, of course. And I'm from a small town, so you know everybody. Everybody knows everybody, and you go to school with the same people from pre-K till you graduate. I remember feeling really embarrassed about the way I looked, and I had a little tummy on me, and that was really hard for me. That's when I first remember being embarrassed about my body and having issues with that. From then, I just kept gaining weight. I remember going into my 9th grade year, I weighed 180 pounds. I was like 5'1", so this little squatty girl. During my freshman year, I was a cheerleader, so I worked out every day with the cheer squad, and that helped me a lot, mainly because it just kept me active, and that's the way I would maintain my 180 pounds. My sophomore year, I ended up being homeschooled, and I lived with my aunt. And so we did a lot of diet and exercise, and I went back to that 180 pounds because from my freshman to my sophomore year, I had gone up to 220 pounds, which was a lot for somebody who was that short. And I wasn't really bullied, but a lot of people would make comments about my weight, and it really did hurt my feelings. So I stayed out of school that year and just focused on losing weight. So coming back right into junior year, I went back to the same school, back to my hometown, everything, and I instantly started gaining weight again. And that was really hard for me. My parents were getting separated, and we were transitioning to move to Texas. That was a really dark time in my life. I didn't live with my parents for a couple months, actually, my junior year. I was failing at school. So me being already back, gaining weight again, by the end of my junior year, I weighed 287 pounds. I remember stepping on the scale and, oh, this is crazy. I was like kind of numb. I didn't know how to feel. I was just like, oh, that's a lot. Like, you never think you are the weight that you are. Yeah, it was just insane. And at that time, I didn't do anything about it. I was just like, well, I'm not going to weigh myself again. That was a big number, and you never think you're that weight. So I just kind of left it alone. My junior year, I went throughout the summer, didn't change anything, nothing. And by the beginning of July, my family and I moved to Texas. So this was me going into my senior year of high school, over 300 pounds. Way over 300 pounds. I'm sure of it. But I did stop weighing myself when I weighed 287 pounds. I spent the rest of the summer in Texas, and that's when I realized, like, I can change the narrative. Nobody knows me here. I don't have to be that insecure, quiet girl. I can be whoever I want to be. And that's when I decided, okay, let's start losing weight. In the long run, my senior year, I was kind of the quiet, insecure girl still, but not as much as I was at my last school. So me looking back now, I'm really proud of myself, and I think that was a big step for me. So by December of my senior year of high school, I probably weighed, I think I lost around 40 pounds. So I was right at 260, and then by the end of my senior year, I believe I got down to 240. So that was, I just did that math wrong. So that's embarrassing. So I lost 20 pounds by December. And then by the end of my senior year, I had lost 60 pounds. Yeah. Guys, I promise I'm smart. I'm nervous. I maintained quite a bit the next year after I graduated. So I graduated in 2016. And the next year I took a gap year. I didn't go to college. I didn't know what I wanted to do. And so I focused on myself. Of course, I worked, but I focused on myself a lot and focused on working out a lot. And I had started going to the gym But I really liked to run. I lived with my grandma, and she had trails by her house, and so I would always be walking, running, and I just liked being outside and in that space. By the end of that year, my gap year, I weighed 180 pounds once again for like the fifth time. I know that's crazy, but I was really, really proud of myself, and I was very fit. I transferred to a kickboxing gym, so I would go to kickboxing every day, and I was so lean to myself. I felt so fit and so strong and so confident. Then that coming fall of 2017, is that right? I think it was 2017. Did I even take a gap year? Do I even know who I am? Okay. So the fall of 2017, I went to college. It was just a local community college, but I loved it. I still go to that school. I love it. It's 2020 now, so that just shows you. I met people. I had fun. I love school, so I was really excited to get back into that environment and that atmosphere. And I stayed at 180. It was probably one of the best years of my life, my first year of college. So once you become a sophomore in college, it kind of gets a little more real, right? I started taking a lot of hard classes all at once, and I was getting overwhelmed, and I wasn't working out as much as I did, and I wasn't watching my food intake, what I was eating, when I was eating. And so I really started to get off track again. I got back up to a 190, I would say, and that felt really heavy for me because, like I said, I stopped working out, so all that muscle was gone, and muscle versus fat, how you carry that too is way different. So I was starting to feel really insecure about myself. I didn't like getting dressed, stuff like that. It came to a point where I ended up going to the doctor for medication for depression and for weight loss. I took Wellbutrin. What is this called? Y'all, I just took some pills, okay? I was in a really hard time in my life. That did not help whatsoever. Yes, I lost weight, but I would say that it was a period where it was really dark for a month, and so I thought I needed help. I thought I needed those pills, and I didn't. It made it worse. It made me more depressed, and that was a big mistake. And of course, you pay a pretty penny for depression pills. So that really wasn't for me, and I eventually came out of that phase, and it was a phase of my life. It was something that happened that I got lost over. I went through a hard time, and eventually I learned and I grew, and I knew that other people's actions weren't my own and that I could only account for myself. So that was last April, and from April to August, I kept and maintained that about 180, 185. And that was because I was going to Hawaii. This is gonna be my ugly dance, but I went to Hawaii for almost 2 weeks. And so leading up to that time, I really wanted to have a nice physique for my pictures and for, I wanted to feel comfortable on the beach. And comfortable because I literally wore a swimsuit every day, guys. I went to the beach every day. I was either out walking around. Yes, I wore a swimsuit out walking around in the town, okay? We're out here. Towards the end of the trip, because I ate whatever I wanted, I was like, whoa, I'm getting a little thick, right? We need to chill out. So I came back and I never chilled out. I ate whatever I wanted, did whatever I wanted. And what is today? January 20th, okay? So from the end of August, September, because it went into September, till now, I have done whatever I have wanted. It has damaged me severely. I don't know how much I weigh. I'll be honest with you. I have a good idea. That is going to be my next video. I'm going to weigh myself. I just want to get back into it. This is all about accountability. This is me hopefully talking to a community of people who are like me, who have certain goals that may not even be, weight loss related or anything like that, but they just need support and they want some encouragement. My journey has been, I always say, the hardest, easiest thing, because when I lost all that weight, it was so different. My whole world was so different. And people couldn't believe that I weighed over 300 pounds. There's no way, not you. you're so pretty, you have a pretty face. I was a completely different person at one point in time, and I was treated completely different as well. I know what it can be like, and I know how harsh people can be, but I know how harsh you can be on yourself, how insecure you can feel, and how alone you can feel, because you isolate yourself when you don't like the way you look, when you don't like the way you act. And I hated the way I acted because I put up a defense thinking other people were always judging me. It really hurt who I was. And I think even though I've gained 50 pounds at least back, well, I guess we'll see, I'm not that person anymore. And it's taught me so much. So hopefully by me making this video and talking to you guys, that we can just grow and change and be kind and be understanding and be supportive, because that can change a person's whole day. It can change a person's whole life. And know that you're not alone. There's so many people going through this. And if you find any kind of hope in my video, that's all I wanted to do, all I wanted to achieve by coming on here and being so scared to talk and being so anxious, but just sharing my story so I can help somebody else, you know? So that is it for this video. I really appreciate anybody who watches this. Thank you so much. I'll be back again. I'm gonna weigh myself. And then we're gonna be on this journey together. I want to be healthy, and I want to be confident, and I want to be strong. And I want to love the body that I'm in, no matter what it looks like, you know? So thank you guys for watching. I love you.